Hey y'all, what's up? It's another episode of Notable Prisons and the Inmates that Occupy them. But before we move forward, I'm gonna need y'all to do something. Get your lighters ready. We about to see who about to get cooked in this episode. Also, if you tapping in with the page, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button now. You dig? Anyways, let's get straight to it. So we gonna take a trip on over to Chillicothe, Ohio. Did I pronounce that right? Let me know in the comments. And it's called Terre Haute. For anyone that goes in on me on the comments, I know it's called Terre Haute, Indiana. Not Terre Haute, Terre Haute. But anyways, Chillicothe, it's a state-run medium security prison on the west bank of the Scioto River, just south of Chillicothe, Ohio. It's located adjacent to Ross Correctional Institution and Hopewell Culture National Historical Park. The prison is a former military camp named for Civil War General Sir William Tecumseh Sherman. I know I didn't say that right, but it later became a federal penitentiary and has housed several high-profile prisoners, including little old Charlie Manson, and a bootlegger and future NASCAR driver that went by the name of Junior Johnson, and a serial killer, Anthony Sowell. Also, country music legend Johnny Paycheck. Yo, that's the coolest name in the world. Paycheck. Johnny fucking Paycheck. Johnny Paycheck also served a 22-month stint in CCI for shooting a man in a Hillsborough bar. During Paycheck's time there, his friend and fellow musician Merle Haggard performed for the inmates. Now, on October 3rd, 2011, the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections announced that the majority of Ohio's male death row would be relocated to CCI from the Ohio State Penitentiary in Youngstown and Mansfield Correctional Institution in Mansfield, with some high-security death row cells being maintained at OSP and inmates with medical issues being held at Franklin Medical Center in Columbus. This was done to free up cells at OSP and Mansfield to be used to separate violent inmates from the general population, as well as the increased security and reduced cost of transporting condemned inmates from CCI to both the execution chamber at Southern Ohio State, SOCF, in Lucasville, and to Franklin Medical Center for medical treatment. The transfer of death row inmates was completed on January 19th, 2012. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of who is currently here and who has been here. First off, we have Anthony Cook, serial killer who, along with his brother Nathaniel, R-worded and murdered 9 people between 1973 and 1981. I pronounced his name wrong. It's Anthony Scummy Cook. You know, anyone that has an R word on them, they get scummy tossed in their name. And if I pronounce their name wrong, I don't give a damn, no respect to them. Next, we have Quasi Bryan. He was a convicted murderer who killed police officer Wayne Leon in 2000 and was sentenced to death. Whew. Man, you know they're going to cook him. It's crazy that they will cook him over Anthony Scummy Cook. Right? Or am I the only one thinking that's... Anyways, I guess it's not for me to decide. Y'all let me know in the comments. Sean Gate, serial killer with 5 known victims, and he'll be transferred to Lucasville when his execution date is set. Anthony Kirkland. He's a serial killer who strangled, R-worded, and burned the bodies of 4 females. He will be transferred to Lucasville when the execution date is set. Oh, they finna torch him. They finna inferno him. Michael Madison, serial killer who R-worded and strangled 3 women, will be transferred to Lucasville when the execution date is set. Oh, man, this is an episode of cooking right here. They grilling everyone in this one. Gregory McKnight, serial killer who murdered 2 people in 2000. Austin Myers, perpetrator of the murder of Justin Back, and he will be transferred to Lucasville when his execution date is set. George Skatesys, one of the alleged leaders of Lucasville prison riot in Southern Ohio Correctional Facility, and he will be transferred back to Lucasville when the execution date is set. James D. Worley, he was the perpetrator of the murder of Sierra Johan, and he will be transferred to Lucasville when his execution date is set. And then we have David Lane Bruce. He was sentenced to 33 years to life for the murder of Tawan Bean, Melanie Carr, and Robin Brown. And then we have William Sapp. He was sentenced to death for the murders and R-word of 3 girls in Springfield, Ohio. And here's some former people that was there. Romel Broom, he murdered, who kidnapped and R-word and strangled a teenage girl. He survived an execution attempt in 2009 and died in 2020. Next, we have Richard Finch, musician. He served a 7-year sentence for having sexual contact with multiple people who were underage. Johnny Paycheck, the country music singer, and an S offender. So, pause real quick. I remember once upon a time, they were threatening to take down Triple X's music, XXX Tentacion or something. Well, they definitely should take down Johnny Paycheck's music. Any song of him needs to be taken down. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? When I get done recording this, I'm going to go to some of his music videos and I'm going to let the people know in the comments that you guys are listening to a S offender. Oh, man, he's a scummy individual. And Anthony Sowell, he was a serial killer who committed 11 murders between 2007 and 2009. And he died in 2021. But I have a serious question, okay? Now, I don't know if these are just the most popular inmates that's been in this system at this prison. But a lot of these dudes is scummy, yo. Like, good goodness. Like, this is crazy. Like, man. Like, why do they even still exist? Man. It's crazy, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. But I will say this. I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for listening. And what I'm going to need y'all to do is keep that shit player and smack the subscribe button. No, we running it up. Road to 10K subs. But nah, real talk though, I appreciate y'all. Where y'all watching from? Let me know some in the comments. Talk to me. I talk back.